Classwork 5-1 examples. Number 1, give the parent function. So this is a review of something we've already done. The parent function for this would be x. Y equals x. Okay, because we have x in the equation and the greatest exponent is 1. So this is a linear example. Number 2 also asks to give the parent function. Again, we look at our variable. The greatest exponent we have is r squared, so this is a quadratic. So this is y equals x squared. For number 3, it's asking for the parent function of the graph. Okay, we have a parabola here that opens upward. So this one is going to be quadratic, so we have x squared is our parent function. For number 4, it's asking which equations are in vertex form. Okay, vertex form is our f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Or we could also say y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Okay, so the equations that are in vertex form, the first one we have, here's our a value. This is a, this is h, and k. So that one has to be vertex form. Okay, this one is in standard form. This is our ax squared plus bx plus c. So this one is standard. So that one does not get counted. This one we have a, which is a 1. This is our h and our k. Okay, so that one is in vertex form. And this one, this is our a, our h. We have no k value, which is all right, because that just means that the y value in our vertex would be 0. Okay, so this one is also in vertex form. Okay, go ahead and try your number 4. Give the location of the vertex of the parabola and state whether it opens up or down. Okay, the vertex of our parabola is going to be at h, comma, k. Okay, so that means y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. We're looking for our h value and our k value. Okay, so if we have x plus 3 squared plus 9, okay, we need x minus h. Okay, so there's not a minus there, so we need to convert this. This is like saying x minus a negative 3. Okay, we're isolating the h value to figure out exactly what it is. Okay, so here's our h, and here's our k. Okay, so our vertex is at negative 3, 9. Okay, so the vertex is at negative 3, 9. Okay, the way that we know if it opens up or down, we're going to look right here at our a value. Since there's nothing there, we're assuming it's a positive 1. So this one opens up. Okay, if a is positive, it opens up. If your a value is negative, that's when it opens down. For number 6, we're giving the location of the vertex and saying whether it opens up or down. Again, if we look at our a value right here to indicate whether it opens up or down, okay, the value is negative, so when a is negative, it opens down. Okay, so this one opens down. Okay, our vertex is at hk, so this is our h value. This is our k value. Okay, so my vertex is 7, 9. Okay, notice I'm just looking at, we have x minus h squared. So I don't want the minus, I just want the h. out of my vertex form. Okay, so just the h and the k. For number 7, same type of question, asking for the vertex and state whether it opens up or down. Okay, this negative here is the same thing as saying -1. Okay, we're assuming that's a 1. Okay, so this is going to open down. Okay, our vertex is at hk, so here's h. We have nothing for k, so this is like saying +0. Okay, so our k value is 0, because there's nothing there, and our h value is 2. So our vertex is at 2, 0, and the parabola opens down. Give the coordinates of the y-intercept of the graph. Okay, the y-intercept, if we think about converting this from vertex to standard, okay, if we were to convert this, let's do the whole thing out. Okay, x plus 3 squared plus 8. Okay, so basically we are going to have we're going to do x plus 3 times x plus 3 plus 8, okay, which is x squared plus 3 plus 3 is 6, x plus 3 times 3 is 9, plus 8, okay, which equals -x squared minus 6x minus 9 plus 8. So our new equation in standard form would be -x squared minus 6x minus 1. Okay, so we know that it intercepts at 0, that y-intercept is always going to be where x is 0. What is y? It's going to be -1. Okay, without actually working out the entire equation that way to find the intercept, since we know that our c value is our intercept, okay, we know that this value right here is going to be our intercept. We can also just do the part that involves the numbers. Okay, so essentially to get that number, we took 3 and squared it, multiplied it by the a value, and then added 8. So we took 3, squared it, okay, that 3 was in parentheses and had a negative, plus 8. Okay, notice how I just pulled out the numbers. Okay, because when we combine things, we're combining like terms. So the only thing we're going to combine are the numbers. So -3 squared would have been 9, plus 8 still gives me -1 without having to convert the entire equation to standard form. Okay, whichever one works best for you is what I want you to do, but you don't have to do the whole thing out. So you still get -1. So -1 is your y-intercept. Okay. Number 9, we're going to write the equation of the axis of symmetry for the graph. Okay. On your notes, this is a little snapshot from your notes. The h value indicates a horizontal translation. Okay, the axis of symmetry is always x equals something. It's going to be the vertical line that splits the parabola down the middle. Okay, it's the axis of symmetry. Okay, the h value indicates the translation. Okay, our parent function, y equals x squared, has the axis of symmetry of x equals 0. Okay, the y-axis, or x equals 0, splits the parabola down the middle for our parent function. When we have a translation, or we shift that parent function left or right, horizontally, we're changing the x value. Okay, so if we look at our equation, we have x plus 2 squared. Okay, this is our h. So we have to convert this to x minus h, of course. X minus h, so that means x minus a -2 is what that actually is. Okay, so that means h equals -2. Okay, if h equals -2, that means that we have shifted 2 spaces to the left. Okay, so that h value is our axis of symmetry. That -2 is where the new line is. Okay, we've shifted 2 units to the left. So our new axis, instead of being at 0, since it's not the parent function, is now at x equals -2. Okay, so our axis of symmetry, we calculated, this is x equals our h value. Okay, so in vertex form, the axis of symmetry is x equals whatever your h value is. In this case, it's -2. For number 10, using the equation of the parabola, which parameter would you change to translate the parabola left or right? Okay, they're asking for you to look at the constants. So the constants that you have to pick from are a, h, and k. Those are the ones that you would plug in numbers for. Okay, the y and the x are going to stay. Okay, the a, h, and k are the only things that you can manipulate. Okay, so which of those are you going to change to translate left or right? Okay, left or right, okay, we've got horizontal or vertical. Okay, left or right, this is going to be left or right here. Okay, that's our horizontal movement. Okay, the value, as you can see here, that we're dealing with is our h value. Okay, so the parameter we would change would be h. And that's going to shift it left or right. Number 11, using the equation of the parabola, which parameter would you modify to move up or down? Okay, that's going to be vertical, so this is up or down. It's a vertical movement. Okay, so the value that we're changing, notice we're adding it to the entire thing, is going to be this constant right here. So it's k. That indicates movement up or down. For number 12, we will continue on the next video.